You are now entering a vibe.
Nah, that's fire. The 1TRAIN CYPHER, that's fire.
Transfer is available.
Alright, this is 1TRAIN CYPHER Selects. We got some of the best poets in New York. My name is Stokes. I'ma start it off. You'd be surprised how much self-control you got when you don't got. What you cop might get the cops on watch. I've watched, I never witnessed. I never said specifics, ancestors spoken cold, I kept it cryptic. Seen 30 years of highs and lows, shit I spoke into existence. Many nights I pondered position. Would I have joined the resistance or would I resisted? I guess we'll never know, or maybe we'll know in the next instant. Shit crazy, we say shit crazy these days, like shit ever been anything but crazy. Like Rome ain't always been fugazi. The fall of man was karmic and my prophet. A poet for profit, I ponder, but I don't pander, I promise, I pray. Like I was raised by praying people, I churched. Occasionally, a cult occupied my curiosity. I saw enough to convince there's after this. I saw enough to know body is a temple. I saw enough to know body is a rental. I warred against my reflection. I fell victim to my affection. My affliction affected. Owls burned in effigy on internet connections. Internet detectives question, is this information disinformation detected? Porn on the next tab, an obelisk erected. How can I not be God? How can my mother not be a greater God? How can I not blaspheme the blasphemous false? The pot called the kettle nigga, the nigga created the pot, the kettle corn popped. I Netflixed and chilled with the ops. They fucked me over the credits. They quicker to believe aliens built the pyramids than a nigga did it. The post-credit scene was me, ready to avenge it. I'm such a tease, I'ma fuck the world. I'm just telling you what's to come. My cup runneth over, the ambrosia smell like Jamaican rum. I'm outside with Ray and his nephew. We just wanna talk, ain't nobody gonna jump you. That was a good one, right? Cause we all gonna jump you. I am the conclusion you jump to, don't get it crisscrossed. I mean, I headline the show that you've come to. I am the star you orbit. I am the corner where truth echoes like canyon. I am canon, I am kaboom. I am Heru hieroglyphs. I am the trunk popped. I am regrets learned to live with. I am love untainted by reality. I'm as real as it gets. I'm as real as none of this shit is real. But if I smack the shit out you, it's gonna feel real. I feel real, heavily, empathy, everything. Fear for the planet contaminated and everybody blood. Everybody trying not to spill none, at least not their own cup. I'm outside with Ray and his nephew. We just want to talk.
All you ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. All you ladies pop your pussy like this. Shit gon' fit in your clutch. Disguised as lipstick or makeup brush. I got tasers for sale, tasers for sale. Hear me out, ladies. It's a hot girl summer sale. 2 for $10, that's one for you and your baddie friend. All you ladies pop your pussy like this is legal in twice as many states than abortion. That's right, wire hanger or I got tasers for sale because it's your body till it ain't. Get it while it's hot, girl. It's giving Bob one, get home safe. I got tasers for sale. They only come in pussy magic pink. They warm and wet like summer streets. You summer fine in your sundress and your Jordans. You know you look good, so you gotta act bad with a city girl in a body bag. Now don't stop, pop that pussy, let me see you. Hey, yo, ma. You knew them was heavy D's and them boys would rally, would cat call, would break neck, would honk, would stare, would do it right, lick it good. The hood loves a hoe who knows her place, who loves hard and deep throats and fries chicken like her grandma. She keep the kids in the house clean. She 9 to 5, sometimes 6, clock out, clock in, dinner by 8. She a down ass bitch who need a nap, but she don't stop. Get it, ride or die, slip and sliding, gripped up. She be popping pussy, popping gum, popping shit out the side of her neck. Popping out in that brand new Objectify Me Now, fast fashion, fit for a thought. Thought you was bad and bougie, but he thought you was for the Migos, the team, a sleaze, a slide, a slut, a whore. Boy, you ladies pop your pussy like, who told you could mini skirt and cleavage and make it home safe? Says you got hot girl, summer, and mother and not be shamed by the same men who lick this pussy just like you should have known you were for consumption, Bartman. Lax, rock your body, don't stop, don't trip. gavel tricks, you ask for it. All you ladies pop your pussy like the Quaaludes just hit put it pop. The block been waiting for you to preteen to fill out your blouse to tend to a house and a man and his kids. Take his name. Don't stop. Don't trip. Just swallow, bitch, because it's your body till it ain't. Gavel tricks. They gonna say you asked for it with your BBL and your feminism. You asked for it. They gave you corsets and TikTok. Lipo and Botox got flued out for a botch job and called you a fly bitch, a bad bitch. My bitch melted my mouth, bitch. You been popping pussy like you really thought they respected you. Don't stop. Don't trip. Just swallow a wire hanger, bitch, because it's your body till it ain't. The hood loves a hoe who knows her place. So all you ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. All you ladies pop your pussy like this shit gon' fit in your clutch. Disguised as lipstick or a makeup brush. I got tasers for sale, they 2 for $10. So don't forget about your baddie friend. I got tasers for sale and they only come in pussy magic pink. They're warm and wet like summer streets. You know you summer fine in your sundress and your Jordans. You know you look good, so you gotta act bad or a city girl in a body bag. Now don't stop, pop that pussy. This right here, it's better than Mace. Get it while it's hot, girl. Let's give it buy one. Get home safe.
At the King Caballera, I transcribe God's babble into the rigid concision of a 3-minute time limit. There's no telling what event midnight in a blank page might create. I've been writing these poems lately. They stink of an epiphany found in the back of my freshman gym locker. They got a chewy, tough taste to them, type to tempt you with a secret while staring at you through your daddy's eyes. I don't know what it is. Lately, all my scribbles been outlining a chase of Asada Shakur's face. We have nothing to lose but our chains and our breath and our nerve when the poem decides to turn and finger fuck the back of my cutesy conclusion sideways with his face down. Dear God, must my 4 a.m. have a needle in its plot? I've been writing these multiverse biographies that uproot the deal I made with complacency. Anytime I think I mastered every rhyme, my notebook acts as the bathroom mirror to show me another pour, and I pour and pour and pour, and poor thing, the poem ain't even know a grudge was tucked beneath that soft spot. But in my defense, I ain't either. Who knew a prompt about a sunny day would bring such rain? To all the boys who've ever tried to play me, I've been finding poetry in the crook of my own neck lately. One line even broke that mold statue image you try to trap me in. Have you ever had to hold a stanza back as it spit blood over your shoulder? I've been corralling these poems lately. They hiss like rage is their favorite lyric, but they frontin' cause they dissonant, could barely keep the tune of their own logic. Did I really love him? Or was his memory just a scarlet door that leads the quickest to pen ink? These poems and I got to discuss boundaries, the ones that have been requesting more of my heart than my mouth. How much salt do you need for me? Is it not enough that I acknowledge every day is a day a poem has made? And why poem anyway, when we really mean a holy soaked alphabet, the drunken scratch of a deity's tooth? This is for the #1 Caesar cut cute little gay black boy who learned how to load bullets into that switch in his hips, the one who grew to talk so slick everyone's afraid to feature him. Word is, he writes haikus that bully the rest of the verbs in the room, and it's true. I'm a blessed nigga who calls himself ungrateful. What do you expect? Of course the verbiage is complex. I've been writing riots lately. The characters shake on my screen. I couldn't tell you what it means, but the work keeps repeating. Something is coming. Something very good is coming. Yeah.
What is a poet if not a wake-up call? Okay. A backhanded smack to get yourself back on track, a reminder that you have work to do. The subtle sound of a ticking clock, not knowing how many ticks it takes to track down your truth, and you'll get all of that for the cost of them excavating their trauma skeleton. All 206 bones carefully assembled for museum display, and all you'll see is what's on stage. You know nothing of what it is to be a poet behind closed doors. You aren't told how we got home, what home we went to, or even if we were taught the meaning of home. So tell me, what is a poet if not the blood and tears left on stage after a transfusion and a cry for help? Honestly, do you not see that we want nothing more than to be seen? Yet still, most of you won't see me. And so be it. Just do me a favor. Make sure you reach over and hit the lights, please. Lights, please. Turn off the lights. But now everything just seems so right. and how you make the darkness seem so bright. I'm feeling like things gon' be alright. Lights please, turn off the lights. Cause to be a poet is to have every movement illuminated for exhibition. Can't move too fast or move too slow. They will see it, and they won't let you forget it, so remember to breathe. For you are the message and the messenger. Without you, there would be no lights to turn on or off, so don't let that glare blind you from what you've been called to do, because you're just getting started, and you have yet to see all of the movement you'll cause, the hearts you'll touch, the trauma you'll heal, despite it not being yours, the love you'll receive, and you'll get all of that off the back of your truth. So you better remember to breathe, because at the end of the show, the lights will fade and the crowd's cheers will get low, and still, you'll have to go home to you.
So we get on the topic of religion, right? And I mentioned that I believe all spiritualities are intertwined with one God. That they grew multiple faces to have hands in multiple places, knowing we would never come together as one. So they had to get creative in order for their will to be done. You ask for examples. I say how often I've encountered church outside of the pews. That something about stepping on slam consecrated grounds makes your spirit move. Causes inner worries to wither. I watch as they're blown away by all the talent in the room. By how we form congregations outside of a coffee shop in Broadway, a train in New York City, a bar in Brooklyn, pay your tithes and offerings on the way in the door. Sometimes, y'all, it's even free to come just as you are and hear a good word. That every open mic is where God truly comes to work. Talks through prophets turned poets we watch as they take center stage and pray before reciting their 3 to 5 minute sermons. And I know a fellow preacher has just entered the pulpit. Anticipate hearing a revelation, whether it be Old Testament or new shit. For those precious seconds, their phones mold the stone tablet. Each poem, a new scripture, each line, its own verse. We are your pastors tonight. These are our testimonies, and they will be heard. You will receive it. We'll clap, we'll stomp, we'll shout, talk your shit. After all, ain't this what praise and worship was made for? There's been days I didn't know how much longer I would make it, and I swear God would send me a flyer for an open mic, a slam, a reason to get in the room with pens that remind me what it's like to write myself a Lazarus on these nights. I'll observe poets pray passion back into pens of passive writers, felt a wordsmith's cadence usher me down aisles and into new ideas. I swear, I've seen bartenders turn water to wine at these events, y'all heard. Musicians hum hymns into harmonies. I've had poets breathe meaning back into me after each performance. And how could you not see heaven in all of this? How could you not feel God in the midst when poetry has always been the gospel? Every poet, a scribe, and every open mic its own Sunday service. Somebody turn to your neighbor and say amen. Amen.
My mom asked, why do you listen to that in the bathtub? That being Chopin's Funeral March. And I tell her, first of all, I'm not depressed. Second of all, Chopin is a great composer, and technically every song is a funeral march. We can play Bad Bunny. Titi me preguntó si tengo mucha novia. Hoy tengo a una, mañana otra, and death still approaches steadily, and that's beautiful. The clock is ticking, Chopin is playing. As I remember dog and cat cartoons as angels, and what killed them doesn't matter. I know death and I will never meet, so I smile as I hear death, footsteps, cosplaying a melody. I smile. That's my rebellion, Mom. Just like bugs. My mom asked, hijo, Estás loco? Are you crazy? Loco, crazy. What is crazy? Family, friends, or anyone videoing your dreams with shame, bait, or blame? That's crazy. I, on the other hand, write my own story, and with Don Quixote, we act our reading, and our reading is virtue, and a virtuous man can't be bought, and a man who can't be bought can only be crazy to change eyes. As a poet, I create, and in creation, I can be no slave. Locos ellos que quieren que mis sueños tengan dueño. I am unchained. My mom asks, what do you feel when you read your poetry? I feel like an impressionist. They used to paint light, not shape, never painting the same subject twice. My words are a landscape, and every performance is a new painting. My cadence is quick brush strokes. My colors are metaphors, my accents, intonations. When I read my poetry, I feel like Claude Monet, like Renoir, like Cézanne, painting everyday life like a mirror to society, except my reading and my writing reflects myself. And sometimes I don't want to look at it. Every word a glimpse into the shadow that adds death and makes me feel post-impressionist, post-left ear, post-story eye, and I'm trying to avoid posthumous love. My post-traumatic gets exposure therapy, exposed to myself, that is. My unaccepted wounds, the shame, disguises pride, the trauma becomes vibrant, saturated consciousness. When I close my eyes, if I need colors, I speak them into darkness. I have yellow, indigo, orange, clouds become turbulence. I cease to be a madman. When I read my poetry, I feel my heart beating and words flashing. I feel post-impressionist. I feel like Van Gogh, not pulling the trigger. I feel alive.
Rummaging through an old bin of toys, my daughter uses her fingers to twilight through broken Barbies and Disney princess dresses. She stumbles across a keychain picture of herself, myself, and her mother. And although her mother and I are no longer together, I love this picture. It contains an image from a completely different time in a completely different world, a world where we were young, scared, a world where we couldn't keep hurting ourselves, so we hurt each other instead. We were smiling in this picture. The hurt hasn't happened yet, or it's happened already. We were forgivers in this picture. We kissed the wounds that we created for ourselves. I bite you bite me. Sooner or later, all blood starts to taste the same. We leaned into our vices instead of each other. We placed the blame in rich soil that would blossom into a family tree of resentments that I would pick her flowers from. We were happy in this picture. We tried our best just wasn't enough. We stayed together long after we knew the love had went extinct. We tried to raise our daughter in a home where every morning's breakfast tastes like last night's questioning. I wonder if the neighbors could still hear us screaming over broken plates. We were fighters in this picture. We fought for each other, we fought with each other to keep the baby asleep. We learned to yell through our tears. We screamed in our dreams and woke up exhausted. We were tired in this picture. Our family was small, our dreams were big, too big to live in the same space peacefully. And I'm not sure if I'm a father or a failure. I've given my daughter an incomplete childhood. I mean, she has two parents, just never in the same room. I wonder if she's ever tried to draw us back together in arts and crafts. The parents in this picture would make love in a bed made of shards of glass. They would cut each other just to see who would bleed out first. The sheets reeked of thoughts of other lovers. The mother in this picture could smell the thought of another woman from a mile away. She spent her nights clubbing in clubs and cocktails, looking for the attention she couldn't get at home. The father in this picture wasn't in love enough to care. The person who took this picture took it at just the right angle. I mean, angel. I mean, how can you not believe in God when my daughter is a flower who grew out of my toxic waste of a masculinity? We were criminals in this picture. We picture framed each other for crimes we committed ourselves. We hung each other up on wanted posters. We just weren't who each other wanted. And now all I want is for both of us to find lovers who will love us in the ways we couldn't quite get right or figure out for each other. But until then, at least there's God. At least we both get to see our favorite parts of ourselves run wild in someone else. I mean, our ending wasn't picture perfect, but at least we took that perfect picture.